is Aina Tazmina, and I'll be talking about my introduction part. So, first of all, what is philosophy? The term philosophy means love of wisdom. In a wider sense, philosophy is an activity people do when they seek to understand truths about themselves, the world they live in, and their relationships to the world and to each other. The study of philosophy not only includes making one's answers to such questions, but also seeking to understand the way in which people have answered such questions in the past. So, a significant part of philosophy is its history, a history of answers and arguments about these very questions. Many of these questions and issues in the areas of philosophy tend to overlap, and in some cases can converge. Thus, that is why there are many philosophies in many things that we know. For example, philosophies of law, philosophies of religion, and many more. So, next I will be talking about the summary of Malaysian educational blueprint. So, firstly, the Malaysian higher education system has grown from strength to strength over the past few decades. Over the last 10 years alone, the system has made significant gains in student enrollment, risen in global recognition on key dimensions such as research publications, patents, and institutional quality, as well as become a top destination for international students. These achievements are a testament to the drive and innovation of the Malaysian academic community, the support of the private sector, as well as deep investment the government has made. The Ministry of Education recognizes that the system will need to keep evolving to stay abreast with, if not ahead of, global trends. So, for easy example, is like technology. So, the old times we use the old model. Now we use the new model. So, in a sense, we should basically need to keep updating according to the times. And lastly, in 2013, the ministry began developing the Malaysian Education Blueprint 2015 to 2025 Higher Education, or the MEBHE. So, in over 2 years, the ministry used multiple sources of input from locals and international education experts to leaders of Malaysian HIIs and members of the public. This blueprint is the end product that was developed by for Malaysians, and that will equip Malaysia for the final leg of its journey towards becoming a high-income nation. So that is all. I will pass it on to the next person. Thank you.
Hi, I am now Mr. Anna. Okay, so my slide is objective. So my point one is that lesson expressly what we want our friends to understand and think about way they make connections between the information they already know and the information will be provided. Consider using specific types of thinking is our interview objective. Next is my point two is collective quality that helps people work together for a single goals. So as a student need to learn and experience leadership qualities during their schooling so that they know what it is to be a team. Work together, build relationships, exchange goals, assign tasks, and so much more. In addition, leadership quality makes students learn effective interpersonal communication or skills. Okay, my point is number 3. Last point is to the unconscious cognitive consciousness between two languages basically helps students develop their literacy skills and enhance their verbal interactions and social skills. Along with the flexible of Swiss, within language will be a more flexible thought process. They learn to focus on the key element of their convocations or topic at hand. So students with their interview can learn in a new language environment and understands more their fine points of how language works. That's all from me about objective. I will pass to next principal.
Okay, so I'll be explaining about my part, which is the findings. So, first we did our interview based on thinking skills. The interview was done on why students can have a good lifestyle and manage themselves if they have thinking skills. 50% of the students stated that thinking skills can make them take good decisions in life. Meanwhile, 40% of them stated that they can have an assurable career if they have high order thinking skills. The next is the leadership skills. The question was based into leaders' ethics and skills, followed by how a leader managed their group. So 80% of the students tell that leaders need to supervise each and every productivity of your members, and 20% of the students stated that instruction given by a leader must be clear and well explained. The next one is bilingual proficiency. So the questions was asked based on the advantages of learning multiple languages and formal educations on learning those languages. 60% of the students stated that they can manage themselves by using languages in any places and to people from other nations. 80% of them disagreed that multiple languages can only be learned from formal educations because they told that they also can learn those languages from movies and novels from any source that they are using. The last part is the ethics and spirituality. We asked the question based on how students can manage themselves in handling dilemmas in studies and life. The question was also regarding their belief in managing their career. 90% of them stated that they will find for guides regarding their studies and seek help from people who had experienced those to overcome and correct their mistakes and avoid any hard situation in the future. Meanwhile, 10% of the students say that they believe that they can face anything that brings hard times to them and not to run away from them. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Izjet. Now we're going to talk about the analysis part. The first category is thinking skills. Now the questionnaires given was to help comprehend the understanding of MSU students of the importance of thinking skills. Based on the data received, a majority of the answers were towards agree and strongly agree, which shows that the MSU students understand how vital thinking skills really is. They understand that exams in university does not only require memorizing, reading, it also requires a lot of thinking skills. It shows that they understand that it can help improve their decision making, progress in and out work, problem solving skills, and even our creativity. Now, for the second category, which is leadership skills, is equally as important as thinking skills. Now, leadership skills is something most students believe is important in an educational setting, which is why it's part of the questionnaire. Majority of the students answered strongly agree and agree. Students of MSU realizes the importance of being a good leader as it ensures their assignments and projects are completed as close to perfection as possible. Without strong leadership skills, students may struggle working in a group. However, looking at the results, there are some students who answered disagree. which could mean that they might not understand the importance of having a good and a strong leader.
My name is Sufiana and I will be continuing on with the analysis part. So based on the bilingual proficiency segment in the questionnaire, the responses leads for us to believe that the students of MSU understand that bilingual proficiency helps in communicating with many other students, which could lead to cultural awareness and enhanced communication. This is because students of MSU know and understand that MSU are filled with many international students. This could also lead to improved educational opportunities because not only do we have to communicate with students, but we also have to communicate with the educators in the institution. Next, for ethics and spirituality, the responses in this segment leads us to believe that students of MSU, they understand that ethics and spirituality, having good ethics and spirituality leads to good behavior, good discipline, and good decision making. However, most of the students answered neutral or agree. This could lead to two possibilities. First is that perhaps the students do not strongly agree with how ethics and spirituality could improve one's behavior. Or two, students may not understand the exact meaning of ethics and spirituality, meaning perhaps they lack the knowledge or the understanding with this topic, which is quite understandable. Which is why they answered mostly towards neutral and agree based on our analysis, rather than agree and strongly agree.
So now I'm going to conclude the overall assignment. The impact of thinking skills, leadership skills, bilingual proficiency, and ethics and spirituality on MSc students is multifaceted and profound. The alignment of the KSSM curriculum with the objectives of the Malaysian Education Blueprint 2015 to 2025 ensures that students at MSU are well equipped with the essential skills, values, and competencies necessary to succeed in a dynamic and increasingly globalized world. The findings from the questionnaire and interviews demonstrate that MSc students recognize the value of these criteria in their personal and professional lives. Thinking skills and leadership skills qualities enhance their problem-solving and decision-making capabilities, making them more versatile in the job market. Bilingual proficiency ensures that can communicate effectively on a global scale, while ethics and spirituality contribute to their moral grounding and overall personal development. Overall, MSc students are well positioned to excel in their careers and make a positive impact on society thanks to their education and development in the line with the MAB. Thank you.
Easier to contact public lah.
You have been leader before?
Yes, I've been leader for sport activities lah.
Sport activities. Okay. What do you think ethics that leaders should have between the groups?
The leader need to be like more advanced in everything skills so that the leader can teach the member.
More advanced skills.
Yes.
Do you think students need formal education to learn multiple languages and understand even communities and environment?
I don't
Which one do you prefer?
learning by yourself like from movies.
Makes sense. So the last question is, okay, can you like, do you think life thinking skills?
Yes, I can read it.
How do you think a student can manage themselves in any new phases of environment with their thinking skills?
Think rationally and logically to adapt to the situation.
Can I get an example?
Example.
Yeah.
To adapt to a new environment, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So like, for example, for me, I just came to this new uni life,
Okay.
and I need to stay in hostel. So for people, for a person like me who never really stay outside of the house, I have a good mindset of thinking to go through all my days.
This is the last question we have. Last question is, okay, do you think that students with thinking skills can make better decisions than others?
Yeah, I agree on that.
Why?
Okay, Adam, I have 3 questions for you. The first one is, why do you think students can have a good lifestyle if they have thinking skills?
I think students can have a good lifestyle if they have thinking skills because they can have more common sense and they can think better than people who don't use thinking skills in their average life. So they can actually make better decisions and so on.
Okay. Second question, how students can manage themselves in a new environment by having thinking skills?
I think students can manage themselves in a new environment by with their thinking skills. I think students can manage themselves in a new environment with thinking skills. As for me, as a university student, I have to go through a lot of financial issues. So I think here, people who know how to manage their financial issues here in a new university or a new place, they can easily manage it with thinking skills. And apart from financial issues and new places, they also can use thinking skills for making new friends and choosing good ones that don't end up making ourselves end up in a bad situation afterwards.
Okay, so the last question is, do you think students with thinking skills can make better decisions than others? Why?
I think students with thinking skills can make better decisions because when they end up in a bad situation or bad spot, they can easily think their way to solve the problem or get out of that problem. So it doesn't make them confused or dumbfounded with the problems and anything. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.